If you're looking for the best portable projectors on the market, then you've come to the right place. We've searched for the very best compact and easy to carry projectors that are ideal for traveling with. The matte black MPCD-1 measures 0.5 by 3.1 by 5.8 inches and weighs just 7 ounces. The body design is simple yet handsome, crafted from aluminum, and it comes with a slick-looking black carrying case. This mini projector comes equipped with a built-in 5,000 mAh rechargeable battery that, according to Sony, can last up to 2 hours on a charge. The battery can also serve as a power bank style USB charger for other mobile devices. Sony rates the MPCD-1's brightness at 105 lumens. Its DLP light engine has an LED light source rated for 50,000 hours, so the lamp should last the lifetime of the projector. The native resolution is 854 by 480 pixels, aka WVGA, effectively a 16:9 aspect ratio and a common resolution for low brightness Pico projectors. With one exception, the ports and controls are on the projector's right side. A USB Type-C port is provided for charging the projector. The projector's USB Type-A port is for charging mobile devices. An HDMI port lets you connect the projector to an HDMI source, such as a computer, a DVD player, or an MHL-compatible Android mobile device. A variety of Wi-Fi dongles, not included, such as the Microsoft wireless display adapter, work with the projector's HDMI and/or USB ports to provide wireless connectivity. Rounding out the ports and buttons picture, an audio out jack, and the power button. The latter also serves as a toggle between the MPCD-1 standard and dynamic projection modes, and enables or mutes the audio from the built-in 1-watt speaker. On the bottom of the MPCD-1 is a threaded hole for a tripod, but it may not be necessary to use one to give the lens the proper clearance. The projector rests on 4 short feet, and you can bring it to the edge of a tabletop to project without interference. Also, its long, flat body shape makes it easy to prop up the front by slipping small objects underneath it. An LED-based projector that uses Texas Instruments DLP technology, the Luma 350 has a rated brightness of 200 ANSI lumens and a claimed 3500:1 contrast ratio. Its 854 by 480 pixel, aka FOVGA or 480p resolution, common among mini projectors, works out to a 16:9 widescreen aspect ratio. As is typical of LED-based projectors, the light source has a very long rated lifetime, 30,000 hours, which should more than outlast the life of the projector itself. White with gold trim, the Luma 350 has a simple but handsome design. It measures 1.1 by 4.4 by 4.4 inches and just fits into my outstretched palm. It is highly portable, weighing just 12 ounces. The Luma 350 has a typical form factor for a palm-top projector, square with rounded corners when viewed from above. On the top of the projector are Kodak and DLP logos, and toward the back is a small, silver circle. When you press the power button, on the right side when viewed from the back, the circle becomes illuminated, revealing itself as the central virtual button of a touch-sensitive 4-way controller. The lighting goes out in about 5 seconds if you take no action, but it reappears when you press the center of the circle. That controller is duplicated on the thin white remote, which adds power, home, return, volume control, menu, and mouse buttons. The remote requires 2 AAA batteries. The Apollo uses a DLP-based light engine, employing an LED light source that has a rated lifetime of 30,000 hours. The Apollo's 854 by 480 pixel resolution is common among mini projectors, though short of the 1280 by 720, or 720p, resolution of the Nebula Capsule 2. The Apollo packs a single 6-watt speaker, which can operate sound only as a Bluetooth speaker when you are not projecting, as is true with the Nebula Capsule 2's 8-watt speaker. I think of the Apollo, which measures 5.2 by 2.6 by 2.6 inches, as a micro tower projector, with the bottom part holding the speaker and other components and the lens on top. In form it resembles the Anchor Nebula Capsule 2, but while the Capsule 2 is cylindrical, the Apollo is more like a rectangular box, with rounded edges and corners, set on end. This configuration gives the projector a few inches of throw height, as opposed to a palm-top model like the Kodak Luma 350, which rests on 4 tiny feet, barely 1/8 of an inch tall. If that is not enough height, underneath the Apollo is a threaded hole that fits a tripod. The lower part of the Apollo's frame is clad in a matte black wrapping pierced with tiny holes for a grille-like texture, while the top is a translucent, glossy black. Through the top, a Nebula logo is faintly visible, along with some circuitry. When the Apollo is turned on, the Nebula logo turns red, and 5 white virtual buttons flank it: Home, Return, Mouse, Plus, and Minus. The center of the top becomes a touchpad. If you don't touch the panel for 5 seconds or so, the control buttons disappear, but you can rematerialize them simply by touching the top. The AXA P7's chassis is a combination of black, dark brown, gray, and silver, measuring just 2.7 by 4.7 by 4.4 inches and weighing 1.4 pounds. The P7 is a DLP projector with an LED-based light source. The rated brightness is 600 lumens when the P7 is powered through its AC adapter, or 450 lumens when using the rechargeable lithium-ion battery. The lamp has a rated lifetime of 30,000 hours, so it should last as long as the projector. The P7's native resolution is 1920 by 1080 pixels. Although you'll see no shortage of 1080p projectors on the market, few are both highly portable and ultra-compact, in the way that the AXA P7 and AXA M6 are. One of the big advantages of the AXA P7 over typical 1080p projectors is its easy portability. Most 1080p data projectors found in classrooms and conference rooms are full-size models with good brightness ratings, but in most cases, you wouldn't want to lug them with you, except maybe as part of a weight training regimen. The AXA P7's lens is positioned at the front of the projector's upper left corner. On the left side of the projector, just to the side of the lens, is a small focus wheel with which I was able to easily bring the P7's image to a good focus. Also on that side are an on/off switch, a headphone jack, and a jack for an included composite video cable that branches into 3 female connectors. On the back of the chassis are an HDMI port, a USB Type-A port that fits a thumb drive, and an infrared receiver for the included credit card size remote. On the projector's right side are the power adapter socket, a port for an included VGA adapter, and a slot for a microSD card. On top of the projector is a small panel whose highlight is a 5-way controller. The remote has a wider range of controls. The AXA P7 also includes a small but sturdy mini tripod that screws into the projector's base. When you turn on the P7, you see a home screen for the projector's built-in media player. It offers 6 choices: videos, music, settings, photos, brightness, and inputs. You navigate among them via either the touchpad on the top of the projector or the remote. Like the Acer K335, which is also rated at 1000 lumens, the ML1000P is more than twice the weight of the 500 lumen Optima ML550, but at 3 pounds it's essentially the same weight as older 500 lumen models. It measures 1.9 by 10.6 by 6.7 inches, and Optima ships it with a soft carrying case to make it easy to bring with you. Beyond that, the ML1000P adds to its portability by letting you leave your computer or video source at home. You can show photo, video, audio, and Microsoft Office and PDF files directly from a USB memory key or microSD card. The HDMI port on the projector also lets you connect a mobile high-definition link-enabled smartphone or tablet to show images. However, the port isn't MHL enabled, which means you can't charge the mobile device while you're using it. Setup is mostly standard fare, with a microSD card slot, USB Type-A port, and HDMI port on the back, along with a VGA port, composite video port, and mini jacks for audio in and out. There's also a second USB Type-A port for an optional Wi-Fi dongle. As is typical for the breed, there is no optical zoom. One notable difference from most projectors is that the ML1000P's control panel substitutes a touchpad for buttons. I had problems using it, finding it way too easy to overshoot menu items or accidentally pick the wrong item. However, you can just bypass the touchpad if you don't like it. Simply use the buttons on the remote instead. Using the Society of Motion Picture and Television Engineers recommendations, and assuming a 1.0 gain screen, 1000 lumens at the ML1000P's native 16:10 aspect ratio is appropriate for a 120 to 163 inch image for long sessions in theater dark lighting. For moderate ambient light, it's suitable for an 80 to 90 inch image. As with most DLP-based projectors, however, The ML1000P's color brightness is lower than its white brightness in at least some modes, which means that color images won't be as bright as you would expect, based strictly on the white brightness.